Welcome to Wall Street Sizing Up. Glad you're here. You know we are the only channel that allows you to profit off the insider trading, insider knowledge of hedge funds. Today, something very different. We're talking about two stocks, my two best stocks since summer I've traded in and out of. So disclaimer, we're talking my book, but these stocks have room to run. First up, please go to sizingup.co, sizingup.co. Sign up for our newsletter, and bottom left-hand corner, you'll see our Twitter or our tweeter feed. We now have a bot. That bot alerts you in near real time to new sized up positions that hedge funds are taking. With that said, we're glad you're here. Let's go. First up, we have CRSP. That's CRSP as in CRISPR Therapeutics. CRISPR Therapeutics, you can see they are 181% to the upside for the year. That's really over 6 months, a little bit more than 6 months now. You can see my average cost is $94. Guys, I was in this at 78. It's got a market cap about 7 billion, average volume about 1.5 million shares a day. But here's the thing, guys. Here's how I found it. I actually found it on the channel. Typically, it was the hedge fund had always taken a position and then it pumped. Little did I know that it would keep pumping, right? So then I do a search tonight and I see that 11 hedge funds still own this stock. 11. In fact, one of my favorites, Kathy Wood at ARK Invest, owns a huge portion of CRSP. I believe she owns over 5%. In fact, yes, she owns over 5%. So that to me tells me that CRISPR is on the cutting edge.
Have you got a drawer full of knives that are about as dull as a doorstop?
Hi, Anthony Sullivan here for the Edge of Glory, the best knife sharpener money can buy.
So what do? CRISPR gene editing is a genetic engineering technique in molecular biology in which the genomes of living organisms may be modified. Anything that is living, the cell's genomes can be cut at a desired location. They're literally taking DNA or multiple genes out and allowing existing genes to be removed and new ones added. And on top of that, they could do it in living organisms, not ones that are dead that they're testing on. That's huge. This technique is considered highly significant in biotech and medicine as it allows for genomes to be edited in living organisms with extreme high precision, cheaply and with ease. Used in the creation of new medicines, it's used in agricultural products like a plant that would be drought resistant. That's what we're talking about here. Now it can grow in the desert. You can farm in the desert. Phenomenal. Genetically modified organisms or as a means of controlling pathogens and pests. Also, this is where it gets big, huge. Has possibilities in the treatment of inherited genetic diseases that all humans have. Treatments for inherited genetic diseases as well as diseases that are arising out of gene mutations, which they think that's where cancer comes from. So they truly believe that this is a tool that could help solve cancer. And I'm right there with them. So how does this affect you? Let's talk price. So when I first looked at this a couple of times, right? One of the first things that I saw, so back in June, they had put a $140 price target on it. At the time, it was in like 78, 79, I believe. I'm going off the top of my head. Then they came back in July and put 84 to 105. Still good. But now they've come back and said 110. And now they've come back even again and said, no, we think it's even better than that. We think by January we'll see at least 110, probably closer to 130. So that's where their price targets are, closer to 130. So why is this so big? Well, 30 years ago, right? This is 30 years ago. They could map a single human genome, but you know what it cost? $3 billion. Damn! You know what it costs today to map your human genome? $1,000. You know what it's going to cost in 5 years? Less than $100. So again, they are well positioned. CRISPR is well positioned. They are high tech when it comes to biotech. This is, for me, It is a short term. I take profits a lot. I take profits probably every maybe 2-3 weeks, right? But I also see this as a long-term position too. This is a long-term tool that's going to be around, and they have the lead. There are several tools out there, but CRSP is by far in the lead. I see this as a long-term investment too. Just wanted to let you know that, guys. This is my number one investment that I've been trading for now 4, 5, 6 months. So let's go to my second. You'll see my next best stock on the screen, DNLI. That's DNLI as a ticker. Denali Therapeutics. They have gone 191% this year to the upside. I do hold a position. It's not sizable. Let me tell you why. My average cost is $41. It's at $42.50 right now. I cashed out on October 14th. So I took profits because it had gotten so big that I needed to. But, again, every month I've been taking profits. I've been in and out of the stock since early September. I believe it was the low 30s. It might have even been 29-ish. So kind of what do they do? We'll get into that in just a second. $5 billion market cap. They trade under $1 million of shares, under $1 million of shares per day. Let me tell you why. Because they're a buy. They're a short-term buy and they're a long-term buy. Now, they do have drugs. I checked. Biopharm Catalyst. They do not have any FDUFA dates, and they have no meetings with the FDA in the next 6 months, is from what I can tell. Here's the thing. How did I find them? I found them on the channel. I have talked about them before. I believe it was Armistice Capital, but I believe it was probably in a weekend blitz that I mentioned them. I've never done a deep dive on them, and now I'm glad I did. I took a flyer, and it's just continued to go up. It was the same story as CRSP. I took a flyer, continues to go up. I continued to buy more, continued to trade out, so on and so forth. Here's the thing, guys. 8 hedge funds own this biotech. 8 hedge funds own this biotech. Do they have drugs? Yes, but it is not the drugs.
Whatever, man. You trying to smoke a blunt?
They are just like CRSP. They sell the picks and the axes for people to go mine the gold. This is what I mean. Here's why they are so great. The proprietary and differentiated transport vehicle technology that they have, not the drugs.
Dope. Well, I need to bring some weed in here, please. Thank you.
So, delivering biotherapeutics to the brain has historically been a significant challenge in the field, clearly, hindering efforts to develop medicines for neurodegenerative diseases of the brain. We have designed our BBB. BBB stands for blood-brain barrier, right? So it's been very, very tough to access the brain and to get therapeutics to the brain. They now have a transport vehicle that is showing significant and effective yield of delivering therapeutics to the brain. And that's why this stock has taken off. So what does that mean to you from a financial perspective?
Show me the money. I need to feel you, Jerry. Show me the money.
Well, first of all, it's trading at $42.50. The price targets have always gone up. It's gone to 45. It's gone to 35. Now it's a buy at well above 42. And let me go to that. Because Goldman Sachs, out of the 8 IBs that have opinions on Denali, 6 are buys. 41 to 60 are their price targets, except for one, Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs loves them. So for the first 5, they have a price target of 51. Still significant upside for you. Here's the thing. Goldman's analyst, 87 is their price target. It would double. That's 100%. 100% more to the upside. That's why I continue to love this stock. It just continues to roar higher. Here's the thing, guys. Hedge funds are finding alpha in biotech, and they've done it for years and years, right? Because a lot of people don't understand biotech. In fact, I don't understand a lot about biotech. But what I do see is a lot of hedge funds sizing up on biotech firms before they go meet with the FDA for a FDUFA date or a efficacy date, right? My point is, this is a bull market. When the market turns bearish, I promise you the hedge funds are going to look at biotech. They always have. They've got connections there. They'll call the chairman, they'll call the CEO, they'll hit the P2P signal.
What?
And they'll find out what's going on and they'll size up and they'll continue to make outsized profits or alpha. So you need to learn, at least try to understand a little bit more about biotech. On the channel, that's what it's made me do. With that said, this is a very good stock, long term and short term, right? It's been very good to me. I've taken thousands in profits, right? And I don't have a large book. So my point here is DNLI, I would still buy, and I am still buying now. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. Cheers. Watch your six. Go hard to paint. We'll see you next time. Well, good day, good evening, and whatever time it may be. We hope you enjoyed that video as much as we enjoyed making it. Please hit the like or the subscribe or leave a comment because we love that feedback. And you know what we say. At the casino, you got to watch your six and you go hard in the paint, guys. Cheers. We'll see you next time.